Hey, Merab, tell me, what I say? What I say? UFC call me. They say we want to make this fight. They want to make this fight. Merab, hey, you have to be man first. No, you have to be man first. You're a piece of shit, okay? You sneaky guy. You get gift. You know, Peter Yanni looks so damn good. I want to fight him next. I want to fight Sean O'Malley. Who you beat? Who you beat? You beat no Wrestle Sandhagen. Who you beat? You sneaky guy. Come on, man. Listen, UFC 311's co-main event is almost here between Merab Dvalishvili and Umar Nurmagomedov. And in all seriousness, guys, this is one of the best stylistic matchups inside of the bantamweight division. And I believe Umar Nurmagomedov is Merab's toughest challenge in the division. While I wouldn't say Merab is Umar's toughest challenge, but he presents a unique skill set that you just don't see everywhere that I think is going to cause some issues possibly for Umar in this fight. But I want to give my thoughts on this. I want to break it down, and I'm going to give my thoughts on who I think is going to win, because I think this matchup is very cut and dry, right? What we know about Merab and what we've seen from him in his career, alien-like cardio, alien-like pace, just has this ability to shoot 50 million takedowns and not get tired, right? We saw what he was able to do to Petr Yan. He goes out there, 50-45s the poor guy. I mean, we've never seen Petr Yan look so lost, so broken, and so defeated. So I can never forgive Merab for that, man. I can never get over that and forgive Merab for what he did to our boy Petr Yan. But on the real, man, listen. If Merab goes out there and he is alien Merab come fight night, anything is possible. He has a dangerous skill set in the aspect of you're not worried about getting finished. Let's be very clear there. Merab's not finishing a fly, but what he can do is he could just put his foot on the gas and just keep his foot on it the entire time for all 25 minutes and just run somebody into the ground. We've seen him do it. We saw him go out there and do it to Yan. We saw how he was able to stall Jose Aldo up against the fence. We saw how at times he was able to put the foot on the gas and give Sean O'Malley issues. But if you go back and watch the Sean O'Malley fight, it wasn't as dominant as you might think, man. I had to go back and watch that fight. I watched it a couple times to really kind of see what I'm looking at here. And Merab wasn't that dominant. Don't get me wrong, he landed some good takedowns. He controlled Sean, and yeah, he won on the scorecards. But he did no damage. And I feel like that's the theory of Merab, which that is a huge, and I mean huge in all caps problem. Coming into a fight with Umar Nurmagomedov, who I have been on the record saying I am a massive fan of this guy, but I believe he is the most well-rounded and skilled fighter possibly in bantamweight history, not just currently in the UFC, but what we see from Umar Nurmagomedov, I don't think people understand what they're looking at with this guy, right? And when you talk about Umar Nurmagomedov, he's the best striker in this camp. I know Islam Makhachev striking has came a long way. Usman over in Bellator. You have, Khabib and those guys. There is no question in my mind that Umar is the best striker out of all of them. The only one that I could say maybe because of the kicks would be Usman, but Umar is an outstanding striker. I put him at, maybe second or third because I know we have Sean O'Malley and Petr Yan and it's kind of flip-flop. He's in the top three in the division. And what's crazy to me is not only does he have outstanding kicks and very good timing on the feet in terms of the boxing, but he has outstanding grappling with a real submission threat element that he brings to the grappling. So if you're looking at what Merab does so well, which is this marauder style where he just kind of, and charges forward and throws some shots, will throw some shots on the feet just to dip underneath, get to the single leg or the double leg, he causes guys a ton of problems. But the thing about Merab is he struggles if you defend the single leg well and if you defend the double leg well, obviously, because you're not going to get taken down. But Merab will kind of threaten with the single and then work to the double. How are you going to do that against Umar? Merab's go-to takedown opportunities that he looks for in the fights, they're not going to be available against Umar. The only way that I see him taking Umar down is if he continuously does it and is able to grind Umar out. What I mean by continuously does it, keeps his foot on the gas, continues to move forward, continues to mix it up, and Umar starts to slow down. Because if Umar slows down at all in this fight and he's having some issues with the cardio, he's going to be in trouble. There's no question about it. Umar has to be in the best condition of his life in this fight for Merab Dvalishvili. But when you watch Umar fight, he has all of the skills to cause issues for Merab. Like, that's what this comes down to. Like, Umar is just the better fighter. He just absolutely is. He has better boxing. He has better kicking. He has better submissions. And I think he has better technical wrestling. It's just that cardio element and that just that unbelievably crazy gas tank of Merab and this will and this determination that he has to continue to do what he does, which is chase after takedowns, control you, and win a dominant decision. That's who Merab is. We all know it, a dominant decision win-based fighter. But when you watch Umar, he just has the skill set to cause Merab a ton of issues. Like, you saw how Merab struggled against Sean O'Malley on the feet. Like, anything that was based on the feet, Merab was not able to get to a leg and was able to take Sean O'Malley down. He was getting tuned up. He was getting tagged with some shots, and I know they weren't the hardest shots, right? When you watch Sean O'Malley, we're all used to the crazy highlight reel KOs and, dribbling a basketball and hitting somebody with a right hand. We didn't see that, right? But what we did see is some nasty front kicks land that Merab did not like, that hurt him badly to the body. And if I'm looking for somebody who's got some nasty front kicks, some nasty question mark kicks, and a dynamic arsenal when it comes to the striking on the feet, that's absolutely Umar. And the worst part about it for Merab is, yeah, you're getting tuned up on the feet. Well, Merab's going to try to resort to the grappling. Good luck. What, are you going to out-wrestle Umar? I doubt it. I don't think so. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if he does. Umar Nurmagomedov is a better grappler than Merab Dvalishvili. It's just the element of the will, the determination, and this relentless style that Merab has that makes him dangerous in that element. But when push comes to shove, in my opinion, in terms of the mixed martial arts aspect, this fight's not close. Skill for skill, Umar Nurmagomedov is the clear better fighter compared to Merab, but it's what Merab brings to the table that it just causes a lot of questions. Because when you look at this, per 15 minutes, 6 takedowns from Merab. I mean, that's absolutely crazy, right? And Umar Nurmagomedov, when he goes out there, he takes guys down, he controls them, he's able to take their backs. What he was able to do to Corey Sandhagen was very impressive. And you see the accuracy here, right? Merab just kind of spams a bunch of takedowns, whether he gets them or not. It's the fact that he's shooting them. He's making you defend. He's grinding on you, making you tired, to where when Umar shoots a takedown, he's looking to be efficient with it. He's looking to do something with it, control you, look for a submission, look for a way to get you out of there. And then when you look at the takedown defense, look at that, a perfect 100% from Umar. So it's not something we've seen. If he's ever going to get taken down in a fight, though, I think it's this one against Merab, because Merab has that cardio. We all know it. We all keep talking about it. And that is his avenue to beating Umar Nurmagomedov. If Merab can continue to move forward, tire him out, put his foot on the gas, make this just one of those marauder-like performances from Merab, then he has a shot if he's able to do that against Umar. But from what I have seen from Umar Nurmagomedov inside of his UFC career, I know we don't have a huge sample size, but he's someone that I watched even prior to getting to the UFC. He has outstanding striking on the feet, very good wrestling of his own, very good takedown defense, obviously, and it's the threat of the submissions. Like, if Merab just shoots for takedowns recklessly like he does against everybody else, there's a threat here against Umar. Umar can get to the back. He can look for a rear naked choke. He can look to lock in a submission. And what we saw against Corey Sandhagen, I was beyond impressed, right? People kind of dismiss this performance and act like this wasn't something impressive. Corey Sandhagen's one of the most well-rounded guys in the division, inside the bantamweight division, inside the weight class. Like, Petr Yan's very well-rounded and all those kinds of things. But Corey, he's so good, man. He's got very good footwork. He's very technical. He has a very, mathematical approach to fighting, and he's not an easy guy to beat, right? He was on a nice win streak. And what was Corey Sandhagen doing in those fights that he was winning coming into the Umar fight? Controlling people with the grappling. We didn't see that against Umar. We didn't even see him, he was scrambling well, and he was doing some good things and, defending well at times, but he was getting tuned up on the feet. Umar went in there and was outstriking Corey Sandhagen with ease. The only shots Corey was really landing as the fight played out was leg kicks. He couldn't get a hold of him with the boxing, because Umar does a very good job bobbing in and out of range. He's very well coached by Javier Mendez when it comes to the striking. This guy gets it on the feet. So when you hear Nurmagomedov, you casuals out there, oh, he's just a boring grappler. Watch the tape. This guy is outstanding striking. He's very bouncy. He explodes in and out of range, and he is very, very hard to touch when it comes to the striking. And to get a hold of him, it's going to be hard to do, and you have to worry about the threat here. So when you watch the O'Malley fight with Merab, you have the same kind of kicking tools that are similar here with Umar, but then a guy that actually has the grappling ability to fend off what Merab can do, which is where I think Merab is just going to be in a world of issues. And this fight right here against Bekzad Almakhan, people just brush over this fight like it was nothing. Umar ended up taking him on short notice because Umar was preparing for a fight. There was an opponent change, I believe, and Bekzat Almakhan steps in. This dude's a savage. He's a dangerous guy inside the weight class. And again, that was a big risk by Umar. He didn't really have to take the fight. He could have waited for a different opponent or whatever. Bekzat, unproven in the UFC, comes in, guy's got dangerous striking, he's a very good fighter, clipped Umar on the feet. Umar resorts to the grappling and then carries on to a dominant decision win over this guy, which I said on the record before, this is a win that is going to age incredibly well. Then he goes out there against Ronnie Barcelos, that nasty KO from Umar. The dude is an absolute savage. Like I said, he's one of the best fighters in the bantamweight division of all time. He just has to go out there, win the title, defended it a few times to kind of build his legacy. He is a very, very hard matchup for everybody. And Merab, got to give him his due, man. Got to give him his due, because if he's able to go out there and beat Umar, which I don't think he does, but if he did, the resume that he would have, right? Going out there, beating Jose Aldo, beating Henry Cejudo as dominant as he did, going out there and decimating Petr Yan in a dominant 50-45 decision, and then going out there at the Sphere and ruining the UFC's plans by just going in there and beating up on Sean O'Malley and taking him down and doing all those kinds of things. He's putting together a very nice resume for himself. But when push comes to shove, what this all comes down to for me, if you look at the odds here, Umar's favorite coming in, it's very, very simple. Merab has one avenue to win this fight while Umar has many. Umar can tune him up on the feet with the kicks. He's got much better boxing. He's got good footwork. He's a lot more comfortable when it comes to the overall striking, where Merab, he has the gas tank that he can weaponize. He has that relentless style, and I do believe he's going to come into this fight angry. He doesn't believe Umar should be fighting for the title. I think he's pissed off, resentful towards the UFC for booking this matchup. I expect an angry, dialed in, and crazy psychotic Merab come fight night. So Umar's going to have to be ready for that. But as long as Umar does not get tired and is able to defend the takedowns, land the shots on the feet, I think he hurts Merab. We've seen Merab hurt by Henry Cejudo. We saw him hurt by Marlon Moraes. If Umar can stop the takedowns, and Merab says, I'm just going to go in there and strike with this guy. I don't believe that for 1 second. But say he is dumb enough to do that. He is going to get clocked around by Umar. Umar will put on a striking clinic, beat the brakes off of him, and then eventually maybe hop on a submission or get a TKO stoppage. I think we see a stoppage within 4 rounds. I absolutely do. And I see people thinking, maybe this is just going to be a lopsided decision for Umar Nurmagomedov. That's very possible. But what concerns me is what we've seen from Merab in terms of these decision wins. He's going out there and just kind of steamrolling people, because if you can't get him out of there, which not many people, really nobody's been able to do, he just keeps coming. He keeps coming after you. And whether you like Merab or not, you got to respect it. He's got that warrior mentality. He's got this undeniable spirit to where he will move forward and do what he does. So I think if Umar is going to win this fight, of course, I could see him going out there and just putting on an MMA masterclass, mixing the arts, and just outpointing and picking apart Merab Dvalishvili and putting on a clinic. I absolutely could see that. But I think, in my opinion, for Umar to get this done and secure this thing, go out there, do what you do, land some good shots on the feet, hurt Merab, maybe find a submission or get him out of there. I think Umar has all of the skills to negate what Merab does well. It's very, very simple. If Merab can go in there, weaponize the cardio, the pace, shoot 50 million takedowns, of course he can win the fight. But I think Umar has the skill set to stop all of that. Make it very difficult. Keep him at the edge of range. Make him pay by landing good shots from range, because, again, Umar's got good footwork. Bounces in and out. He's hard to get a hold of. And when you try to close the distance, Umar knows how to make you pay. With those front kicks up the middle, he throws them to the head. He mixes things up very well. He's a dynamic mixed martial artist. That's, I think, what it takes to beat Merab Dvalishvili. So as long as Umar doesn't get tired, I think he coasts and outpoints Merab Dvalishvili and wins this fight. I could see him winning a dominant, masterclass type of decision, or maybe he's able to find a finish in the mid to later rounds. That's how I see this fight playing out. Very simple. I'm excited for this, man. You have to be man first. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Comment your prediction down below, who you think is going to win. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you do not miss an upload. I would appreciate it. See you next time.